Foundations program is a really good way to kind of dip your toes into the art community. And while I was kind of stuck in my ways of, I want to do what I want to do, and having those experiences of doing different kinds of art that I normally wouldn't do it's good.
I don't think I've ever experienced anything as interdisciplinary as the Foundations program, where I get to collaborate with all types of different artists that are focused on all sorts of different mediums.
Foundations has been a wonderful experience. I liked the structure of it. It was very intuitive for me personally. And also I'm intrigued with like all different types of art. So it makes sense to like just kind of go through everything first before I kind of like dive into a more specific kind of craft, if you will.
Even if you're coming into Cornish and you're kind of like, oh, I know what I want to do, I know what I'm going to do, it's still very good and useful. There's things you learn from each Foundations module that you're like, this doesn't really apply to what I'm doing, but eventually you're kind of like, oh, I'm glad I learned that. That actually is important.
It has allowed me to really be fearless in my concepts and what I want to talk about, what I want to make it out of, what I want to, produce. Like, it's made it easy for me as an artist to find my voice and be okay with speaking in that voice.
It's cool. I like it. I came in thinking I wanted to be an art major, but then it kind of helped me dabble around in everything else, and I realized I liked design and wanted to go into design.
I think just having the variety of things that I wouldn't normally do myself, like getting to learn sculpture stuff even though I'm not in a sculpture class, and getting to just hear from a bunch of different practicing artists, basically, like having the professors who are practicing right now is really cool.
I learned how to edit, so that's a good skill. I learned about text, that was also good. All in all, it's good if you really don't know what you're gonna do.
There's a lot of variety to it, so they're touching on a lot of points to teach us, and especially if you might not know any certain skills, they teach you them. So I think it's good.
It's definitely given me a lot of like new skills to work with and like new ways of making art, especially just like pushing us just to go outside has been very helpful, and I think that's just something that I can apply more to my own art.
I found it really important to meet other people that care about art as much as I do. It's been really useful to see how to be an artist in the world and what you need to become an artist.
I love this year's group of Foundation students. But I will say that I'm also a parent, and I will say that each year is like having another child. that each group has its own character and things that are like both challenging and really expansive and delightful, so in very different ways. So this particular group of students are, I feel like, very, very dedicated artists. They're coming in with a lot of dedication to their craft. I'm seeing that across the board. Sometimes, like over-focusing, but in a way that's great because that's what they'll probably end up doing for the long run. So really putting a lot of their eggs in the basket of what their passion is. So yeah, that's what I would say, like one of the hallmarks of this group is that.